Hey, what's up, snipers? Stock Sniper Nick here, and tonight we're gonna go over the watch list for tomorrow morning, which is Wednesday, May 27th. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Before we dive in, I always like to start off by giving a quick sniper shout out from our chat room. Today, I'm gonna give a shout out to my man Nolan. His username is TraderJoe1337. Pretty clever, Trader Joe. And I'm gonna give him a shout out because he actually played today perfectly. And this is exactly what we preach to a lot of people. And this is how me, Mike, and Alex started trading. By trading in these exact hours that Nolan picked up in. He made money in the morning, came back, bought a stock later on, and made money in power hour. Those two times that we like to trade. So Nolan popped in the first hour, and check this out. By 10:38, he said $400 day. I'm done until power hour. Great trading. I saw you were with us on MRMD. And you also made a nice trade on TLSS this morning, which ended up kept on going. So good stuff there. But then later on, Nolan picks up some shares of one of the stocks that we're going to talk about, MJNA. And he gets it at such a good price where he's actually already able to sell some of it into the close. So he's already going into tomorrow with some profit, and he's looking to play it like we're going to play it tomorrow on a gap up. That's actually going to be the first stock we're going to talk about tonight. The perfect way to go ahead. I'll segue it in to our watch list again for Wednesday, May 27th. So let's go ahead and dive in. Again, big shout out Nolan and the rest of the snipers. I mean, look at the chat was awesome today. Just had so much action. So big shout out team, man. Let's keep crushing it. All right, guys. So jumping right into the watch list, we got 4 stocks we're going to talk about tonight, and we're actually in 2 of them. Okay, so this will be an exciting list to dive into. Every single stock on the list is OTC. So I'm going to start with our first buy, which was MJNA. This is an OTC cannabis stock on the right side here, and it's breaking out of its multi-month high. That's what got us so interested in it. So we went ahead and bought 150K shares at 0.0306, looking for a gap up tomorrow. Okay, this stock has been awesome to us in the past. This is an oldie. We've traded it so many times. And recently this month, this stock actually had a nice run for us, and we were able to play this first Green Day move, and look at that huge follow-up. So this stock has just been awesome to us. Now, in the morning, MJNA came out with news that they are welcoming an NBA veteran, Earl Malone, to one of their subsidies, and he's going to help them promote the brand, which is pretty awesome. They got hype in the morning, and it just continued through the rest of the day as they just held above VWAP and just pushed for the whole day. Now, we went ahead and bought over here at the end of the day. We'd love to play Power Hour. Those are one of our favorite times to buy a stock. So we went ahead and bought MJNA as it was breaking its high at 3 here. As you can see here, it pushed to 3.2, and that's actually resistance from November. That's where it topped out on a day in November. So this thing actually topped out there again and got a dip. It did hold the dip pretty good, but since we don't really have a cushion going into this play overnight, we are going to keep a strict eye on this. We're looking for this one to gap up and push over that 3.2 resistance right away tomorrow. If it's not doing that, we're going to go ahead and use this 2.9 spot that was holding all power hour as our cut. Morning will be telling on how it's gapping up. So we'll see how it's going for MJNA, but that's what we got going on here. Next stock we're going to talk about so happens to be another OTC cannabis play, and that's hemp. And this is another oldie but goodie. That's why we always like to preach to our members. You want to go ahead and save these stocks on your list because they come back all the time. And then it's like that family member that you see on holidays that always brings the best gifts. That's like seeing hemp on the biggest gainers list again. We actually bought this with 5 minutes left because we really wanted this to hold. This is a sub penny, as you can see, so it's under a penny. So we really wanted to minimize our risk here. So let's go ahead and dive in when we bought it and what we're looking for tomorrow. So it's an OTC penny stock that spiked over 49% on news, and the news actually came out midday. And it broke its high during power hour, so we grabbed 300K shares at 0.077 as it was holding that close into the high. Now, hemp came out with news at 11 a.m. saying they surpassed $1 million in shares, not that they surpassed $1 million in sales from their high-quality hemp flower. The news started to put some good volume into it, so check out the 1 day, 1 minute. And as you can see here, before I dive in there, the multi-month resistance is a clear top here at 7.5. So that'll be a key spot as we dive into the 1 day, 1 minute. Here's the 1 day, 1 minute. So you can see not much going on in the morning. It gets the news at 11 and it really starts to push. Then the rest of the day it holds VWAP. Okay, coming into power hour, we get a new power hour high right here at around 315, 320, and this thing pushes 10%. Now we wanted to dip right away to get into, but it didn't dip. It was holding this support here between 7.6 and 7.8. And then keep in mind, guys, you have that multi-month resistance break of 7.5 that it's still holding over. As it's holding over all those spots going into the last 5 minutes, we actually had a light starter right here as it was starting to chew the high of the day, but then it dipped a little bit, so we added a little bit more, giving us an average position of 0.0077, so it closed right around our spot. This one, we're looking for a gap up over that 0.0078, ideally in the 8s, and for this to go ahead and take off after the 8th. If it does not gap up tomorrow, we'll be using that 0.0075 multi-month resistance break as our cut point. So that's the point where we're looking to risk. As you can see, another one that's low risk here. And a lot of people think with penny stocks, you have to risk so much. They don't realize that if you're playing it the right way, you got to figure out the way to snipe these things, play with the sniper strategy. You actually are only looking at, 4% risk here. So that's another one. And it has huge upside. If this one gaps up over the resistance from today, this one could get a really nice push. So let's see what can happen with hemp, with the news coming in, fresh midday news. These next two OTC stocks, these are actually stocks that we're just looking at. And what do you think we're looking at here as we're looking at the long-term charts for both of them? What could we be looking for tomorrow morning? As you can see, both of them are on huge run-ups. This one, TMRC, coming from 113 3 days ago and topping out at 179 today, so very nice gain. And then 4 days ago here on TLSS, it was just in the 3s, and now it's all the way at 15 cents. So both these having unbelievable runs, especially TLSS, the really lower priced one. And if you said morning panic, you got it right. We're looking for a morning panic on both of these since they had such big run-ups in this short span of time. We're looking for when these things get their pullbacks, okay? Because we do believe that they're coming for both of them. Now, TMRC came out with some fresh news this morning, and it broke out of that 52-week high, as you can see, of 158, and got a nice push in the morning. However, since it was on the third green day, we stayed back. We're going to go ahead and wait for this thing to get its pullback. And we like, on the long-term chart, we like the supports down at 142, and then at 120, if it could really panic, that would be an ideal panic. You never know with these OTCs. That's why you really don't want to hold them. But we're looking at those key spots to see if they could get dips in TMRC tomorrow. TLSS here, this one, like I said, has had a run up from 3s to 15. That's like 3, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. It's like 5 times in 4 days, 4 trading days. That's unbelievable. So with TLSS, another one. We're looking for a big pullback here. It had a monster day today. Monster day today when it broke out of this 9.4 in the morning. Nolan capitalized on it. Good stuff, my brother. And now, this one is just gone wild. And it ended up topping out up here at 15.48. So you can see it closed around that. But when the weakness starts to creep in, we do see a crack happening. So we'll really be keeping an eye on this one. And we like the supports here at 12 and then down here in the 9s. All right, guys, last but not least, we always like to have one wildcard play of the night. And our wildcard play tonight is Axim, AXIM. Look at this unbelievable run up. And this is another OTC cannabis stock coming all the way up from 15 cents 3 days ago. And it made it to 67 cents today. That's actually where it closed. So this one is actually on our short radar tomorrow. If this does gap up and continue, this has long-term resistance at 88. It has had 3 huge green days. So this one is definitely going to get a pullback soon in the short term. We're going to be watching it. Ideally, it gets a push up here to the 86s. But since it's up so much, we're going to be really just watching for a weakness. It could happen in the morning. Now, the reason why it's a wild card pick of the night is because if this one doesn't gap up, we think this one could get a morning panic. And then this could also be on the morning panic watch. Okay, so if Axim doesn't get the gap up, or if it gets a gap up and sees sellers right away, we're going to be watching for that morning panic to potentially buy into. All right, this one has so much downside now as it came literally all the way from 15 cents to 67. Unbelievable. And if it does dip in the morning, we do like the supports at 50 and 42. All right, so watch that tomorrow for Axim. There's definitely going to be some action here. As you can see with these 3 big days, that's what's so awesome about these penny stocks. When you get a volatile move like this, you can end up making money on it in so many different ways. There's so many opportunities. And that's what we're going to see tomorrow with Axim. there's definitely going to be opportunity. So keep an eye on this one, our wild card pick of the night. All right, Snipers. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's watch list. Hope you guys picked up some new tickers. If you guys have any questions, you can always reach out to us. Go check us out on our website. It's www.thestocksnipers.com. We'll be in there tomorrow morning with the chat room. Keep crushing it, guys, in the chat. And then tomorrow's webinar Wednesday at the end of the day. So we're looking forward to that. All right, Snipers, we will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. Peace.